Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Black Adam coming at you once again with another video with some wisdom. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing something that can be extremely dangerous, which is seeking pleasure island. Seeking pleasure island is basically seeking pleasure island can lead you to hell. And what I mean is, anytime that you're overly obsessed with seeking pleasure, it can lead you to great places of suffering and agony and pain and just, obviously that what you don't want to experience, right? So, one of the biggest examples I can give to this is, when it comes to sex. Like, say, for example, you have a guy or a girl who, has never been considered, the ideal form of attractive. And then, for whatever reason, they get a makeover, they lose some weight, get in shape, get their skin cleared up, get a nice haircut, start wearing nice clothes. And all of a sudden, all of the attention they weren't getting, they're getting that attention now. So what happens is, if they don't have a sense of discipline around like sex or dealing with opposite sex in relationships, they can quickly get out of hand and start potentially become like a sex addict. You know what I mean? You just seeking that pleasure over and over again to where it becomes detrimental to their health, their livelihood, their safety, their stability. I watched a video about, Mia Khalifa, the porn star, in which she was discussing how when she was overweight at one point, throughout her younger years and going into college, she never really felt worthy or felt like she got the male attention that she, most women would probably desire in the case of men getting their female attention. And when she lost weight, when she got into college, all of a sudden, that sexual opportunities were unlocked because now she's getting all of this attention that she'd never gotten before. But what happens is, you get into this state where now you're having all this sex, you participating in all this behavior that is not considered culturally acceptable, like participating in doing porn videos and things like that. Now you feel, now a person may feel like they're not respected in society. They may have cut themselves off from potentially dating certain people because people don't respect that. And that does hurt. Obviously you have to make decisions about your life based on what you feel is appropriate and based on what you feel you can handle. But there are just certain things about life and culture that just, it's almost guaranteed to happen if you partake in certain things. Some people, guys or girls, may get addicted to sex and then they start making rash decisions, having sex with the wrong people. Like, you so addicted to sex, now you're having sex with somebody's partner and their partner is dangerous. Now you gotta fight somebody or somebody's trying to kill you because you had sex with somebody you knew you shouldn't have had sex with because you knew their partner was out of control. You know what I'm saying? First of all, we shouldn't be having sex with nobody else's partner. That's just a mutual respect thing. If you want, if you want people to respect your relationship, you should put that energy out into the universe as well yourself. But seeking pleasure island just doesn't go with sex. It's drugs. I know a lot of people, tend to think marijuana isn't, addictive or it doesn't have its drawbacks. But it has its drawbacks. Anything can become addictive to anybody if they don't have the internal ability to regulate their usage of that thing. So, you got a person where normally, the effects of marijuana, most marijuana is benign, it's not gonna hurt you. If you're smoking it all the time, spending up all your money, to the point where you can't pay your bills, maybe the weed didn't hurt you, but it did leave you broke, not enough money to pay your rent. Now you're depressed, and now you feel in agony and suffering because you couldn't regulate your ability to smoke that weed. So, avoid seeking pleasure island and trying to stay on this pleasure raft to the point where it takes you down to those hellish places where you just, how it feels when you've been at your worst moments. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about the type of thoughts that people tend to think when they feeling the most amount of pain. You know what happens. You don't want to be on this world no more. It gets rough when you get to those places. But stop seeking pleasure island. Find productive ways and stable ways to enjoy yourself. That's not to say that you shouldn't enjoy yourself or you should just be, uncomfortable all the time, but there are productive, harmonious ways to enjoy yourself, balanced ways to enjoy yourself that don't put you in those places. Another way is food. Food can be another form of seeking pleasure island that can take you to hell. It's like, I hear mostly women saying this when they get into relationships and start gaining a little bit of weight. They call it happy weight. And obviously it is happy weight because they're in a relationship and they're going on dates with their new boo, and they going to movies and ordering takeout and ordering, DoorDash and all these different things. And as they're gaining that weight, they feel happy because they're in a relationship. But a year or two in, they done gained 40 pounds. It's not happy weight no more. It's sad weight. It's depressed weight, because potentially by that point, the partner may be not as attracted to them anymore because they put the weight on. And ladies, if you're listening to this right now, I know a lot of people may get offended by the idea of their partner not being attracted to them anymore, but you shouldn't get offended because you have your own preferences that you like in your partner. If there were certain things that your partner came into the relationship with that you appreciated, and then those things started to fade out of their character or who they present themselves as, you would lose attraction for them. Whether that be, intangible things like how they act as their character, or physical things. Some women, yes, if your boyfriend had a six-pack and abs and muscles when you start the relationship, and then, he gained a bunch of weight, and all of a sudden he's got cellulite on his thighs, and he's got back fat and belly fat, and he's balding, his hair is balding, you're probably not going to be as attracted to him physically as you were. So it's not fair for you to get upset, when I'm outlining these things in regards to men losing attraction, because you guys do the same thing. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful or rude, because some people will think you're trying to be rude regardless of how kind you try to be, but it just is what it is. Seeking pleasure island, indulging in too much food, even things benign like marijuana or seemingly benign can lead you to messed up places. Sex, masturbation, obviously, masturbation is not totally bad by itself, but if you masturbating 3, 4, 5 times a day for years on end, it can have some detrimental effects to your health because it is drawing on your hormonal system. So that can lead to potentially hair loss, inability to gain muscle tissue, slow recovery from workouts because you're using up all your semen, and your body has to use vital resources to replenish that semen instead of, helping you recover in other areas. It's gonna replenish the semen first. So with that being said, just keep that in mind, y'all. Like, stop seeking pleasure island. Find productive ways to enjoy yourself. Pick up a hobby, but once again, even a benign hobby, like say for example, drawing. Drawing, nobody can consider that a bad thing, right? But if you do it too much, you can start getting carpal tunnel in your wrist start aching, and if you can't stop yourself from drawing, eventually you start developing wrist issues and pain, and then you can't draw anymore because you went too far. So it's being able to enjoy something, back up off of it when it's time to rest and, recover, enjoy it again, back up off of it and rest and recover. So with that being said, y'all, please take that wisdom, please take that information. I pray you use it to help improve your life, and be grateful for the things that you have to enjoy. That's another thing. When you're grateful for stuff, it makes it easier to sustain those things in your life. When you're grateful for your partner, it's easier to sustain your partner. You should express that gratitude. Speak that gratitude out loud. I'm not playing about that either. Speak that gratitude out loud. It does something positive in the universe when you express out loud your gratitude for someone. Even if you speak it in your mind, it does do it. It does provide an energy to it. But if you speak it out loud, it provides more energy so that you'll just see positive benefits. I can't tell you how it'll manifest in your life because I'm not living your life. But, do that and start expressing gratitude more often, and you'll see changes. But do not seek residence on Pleasure Island perpetually. Enjoy yourself, Fall back. Enjoy yourself, fall back. Peace out.